Hello everyone and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be Lin versus Moon, a NetEase ladder match taking place here on the oldie but goodie Turtle Rock. Over here at what I'll call the 4 o'clock position, we have Lin spawning as that red orc. I always have an ad before joining the stream. Well, yep, I guess I can run a pre-roll ad. Was there a sub or something? Thank you for the follow, Guilty. I'm actually running the Twitch dashboard on my second monitor. I probably need a third monitor if I really want to be able to monitor everything all at the same time. But then again, my desk is a bit small. I could probably mount something over here as well, but you know. Anyways, that's getting away from the action as we are looking at, well, a great haul training up some peasants. This is a night elf versus orc matchup. No big surprises here. Most likely Moon will be going keeper of the grove with mass archers, as that does seem to be the main strategy as of late. Coming back on the other side, Lin will be going Farseer or Blade Master. Blade Master going up against perhaps a keeper of the grove. Well, very strong opening hero, and I really like how the Demon Hunters has become a much more popular second hero as well. And I've always thought that getting your Demon Hunter to level 5, well, after you shut down your opponent's heroes, the Demon Hunter just becomes a pretty much an over-glorified tank in that front line. It does, I guess, still have the impact of shutting down your opponent's heroes, but it wasn't very micro-intensive any longer. Having your Keeper of the Grove first using that range attack, using that Orb of Venom to spread around damage over time, actually increases the ceiling of the effectiveness of the Night Elf army, which is something that I thought, really needed to be done. Anyways, Blade Master going to be trained up here. We're going to get that Lone Grunt Voodoo Lounges already being done here. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove out onto the field as we have some early engagement. Ancient of War. Well, Lone Ancient of War absorbing a whole bunch of damage here. You can see a lot of creeping had already started out, only training up one archer, which is absolutely standard play as the Trents are now making their way over as well. Are we going to see a little bit more, well, Trents joining in on the battlefield here? Archer trying to finish off this last Sea Turtle hatchling. Keeper of the Grove, Moon being absolutely very aggressive here, finishing off more and more of these units. Are we going to see some more Trents join in? No, just picking up the item. Claws of Attack +6, not the Claws of Attack +5, as that is still only in the playtest realm. PTR, well, I am interested in the upcoming patch, but I generally want to see, I generally don't want to comment on playtest realm patches too much unless there are drastic differences. The upcoming playtest realm patch is right in that borderline scenario where it could change the game quite a bit. We'll see what of those changes are actually brought over into the actual, well, public space as Blizzard continues to try and rebalance this 17-year-old beauty of a game. Alright, Sea Turtle hatching will get taken down once more. Keeper of the Grove staying at level 2, hopefully for the better. Well, yeah, no, you know what? Let's give credit where credit is due, right? Blizzard has made a lot more strategies much more viable. Heroes that we didn't see for a long time are now back in play. Going for Keeper of the Grove first. Oh, one Trent actually trapped in the back, unable to get out right there. This Ancient Protector about half life, as this one Grunt is going to end up perhaps getting finished off here. Are we going to see a little bit more damage? There you are, another Trent back away. Keeper of the Grove gets healed. Keeper of the Grove unable to catch up to that Grunt as that Grunt gets healed, as well. Also, Scroll of Speed allowed him to escape. There goes one Trent right there, Keeper of the Grove, unsure of where the Grunt perhaps went to, but a Huntress actually catching it in mid-transit as the Grunt, well, the Keeper of the Grove may try and double back around here. This Grunt, well, purposely hiding itself in the back. Is it going to, well, try and wake up any of these creeps? That is the question. Still running around in a circle next to the Ogre Warriors here. And, well, the Huntress can always just shadow meld. That is the upside right there, as that Huntress is still trying to catch up to that Grunt once more. Grunt now down to, what, 44 hit points, taking about 15 damage per attack. Is another Grunt going to be able to get in position? And, well, his brother's arms are now getting in the way, and the Huntress, well, unable unable to catch up to that target. There is another entangle onto that unit right there. A little bit of bonus damage onto that grunt. Staff of teleportation. Blade Master coming in to perhaps try and do a little bit of harassment as the huntresses are already in position. And what is this? And I just realized this is a priest, or this is Keeper of the Grove going for mass huntresses here on Turtle Rock. I would have expected archers due to the narrow walkways and the usage of range units, as we're now looking at the huntresses put pressure on those burrows. All right, Keeper of the Grove now backing away. Thank you, No Name, for the follow, as the huntresses are now making their way back home to the top left. As this game getting underway, players are already teching the tier 2. We see a Shadow Hunter as that follow-up hero. Very nice. Very nice coming in. Shadow Hunter should be joining in here in just a moment. Meanwhile, are we going to be going for a Tavern hero? Yes, we are. Goblin Alchemist is already out on the field. Thank you for all of the follows right now. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. As we're looking at, well, the Blade Master, or the Shadow Hunter, now looking to clear out some more creep camps in addition to that Blade Master. Blade Master still sitting at level 1, will be getting to level 2 here. And this is an interesting game in that most of the heroes are still level 1, even at the 6-minute mark. As I say that, Blade Master gets to level 2. Meanwhile, Goblin Alchemist and Keeper of the Grove are trying to clear out a difficult creep camp, only to, well, spot that the Shadow Hunter is joining on in here as well. We are looking, I believe, at Shamans with Purge already out onto the battlefield. I don't see the Bestiary as of yet. All right, so no Bestiary. What is Lin's strategy in this matchup? I guess that is my question right now. What is Lin hoping to do? Who gets that experience? And it goes to the Shadow Hunter, as we see, well, a Hex go down onto that Huntress. Huntress unable to try and Shadow Meld, as it is a cute bunny rabbit trying to hop away. It's going to end up getting finished off right there. Down it goes as the Shadow Hunter inches its way towards level 2. Meanwhile, Blade Master looking to back up, having plus 11 attack, Staff of Teleportation, Healing Salve, as the Shadow Hunter finishes off the remainder of this creep camp, but, well, losing a grunt. Nope, there's that Purge already. Shaman making his presence known, and a quick, Hex onto the Wisp to remove any possible detonation. We are looking at the Shadow Hunter with, well, Serpent Wards, able to do a lot of piercing damage. Blade Master could have a little bit of problems. Is he going to be able to win walk away? Doesn't even need to, as we are seeing another Hex go down as well. All right, Shadow Hunter seems to have mana forever and a day right now, as the Scroll of Speed are trying to retreat back. 32 supply compared to 37. Everyone is already retreating back home. Coming back around, Huntresses continuing to pursue, decides to back up, doesn't want to do that any longer. Orcs got to experiment in this matchup constantly, and, well, that seems to be the case, but to not go Raiders seems to be a very drastic strategy. Blade Master, perhaps with Mirror Image and Lightning Shield, is that going to be the strategy used there? Only using Windwalk more as an escape tool, and then trying to get up mirror images to, use that Lightning Shield. Is perhaps that going to be the strategy, in addition to the Shadow Hunter with multiple Wisps? Huntresses are now joining back in on the fight, or changing in the meta as well, as the Grunts are getting focused down quite a bit too. All right, are we going to see that low hit point Grunt fall? Yes, we are. Damage coming back across here. Shaman trying to purge down a couple of Huntresses, and who's going to end up taking more damage, as the Tree of Life of Moon, already with the armor, the Nature's Blessing upgrade, able to move around very quickly and joining in on the fights as well. Low hit point Huntress trying to get away. It was going to be able to do exactly that, down to 13 hit points. One or two more shots. Nope. One more shot from that Blade Master, able to finish things off, as the Shadow Hunter trying to chase up after that Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove, however, gets to level 3, and, well, this Tree of Life could end up getting taken down, as all of its brethren in arms now gone. Shamans able to deal a lot more damage, as the Tree of Life currently has heavy armor. Is it going to even try and root itself? Yes, it is, but maybe too little, too late. Nope, Huntresses already rejoining in on the fight. In come the Serpent Wards, in come the Huntresses. It looks as though the Tree of Life is going to get taken down. One more blast, there it goes, as we see an Entangle now onto the Shadow Hunter. All right, constant action back and forth as Purge breaks up that entangle, and the units are now looking to head away once more. One Huntress was trying to get in front of all of that action. That Shadow Hunter down to 45 hit points. We saw another entangle. Healing Salve didn't stick around for very long as we were looking at the Keeper of the Grove. Acid Bomb finishing off that Shadow Hunter there. Shadow Hunter falls at level 2. Grunts are falling, and this is a bad day to be a unit. We are 10 minutes into this game, and both Lin and Moon actually very low in terms of overall supply. 29 supply compared to 39, as Lin does have a slight advantage here. 23 supply army going up against a 30 as the Shamans and the Blade Master trying to retreat back. But also remember, there is the Shadow Hunter who's currently trying to get resurrected. Lightning Shield onto that Grunt. That Grunt, however, gonna try and finish off some units, not be able to finish the job as it's not sticking around for very long. All right, Purge coming down, trying to break free once more, and Huntress able to survive at 12 hit points. Blade Master trying to catch up, but with only level 2 Windwalk, unable to close that distance. Grunts still continue to join in on the battle as the Blade Master looking for some easy targets as well. Grunts and Shamans all separated all across the map. This is an absolutely strange game with, anyone who's played a real-time strategy game knows how difficult it is to control your army, even when they're all in the same place. Right now, we see all of the armies just in this trailing line, microing back and forth, trying to get off key detonations, key purges to save these units, as the Shadow Hunter now comes back out onto the battlefield. Healing Salves joining in, healing salves across a bunch of low hit point units. Shadow Hunter, Blade Master trying to get to level 3. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove is already there with level 2 Entangle to try and shut down those Grunts. Coming back around, what is Moon's follow-up strategy going to be? Moon has to be very careful trying to clear out this particular creep camp. An unknowing shockwave could take down a couple of these Huntresses in a very bad way. There goes one Huntress right there as the other Huntresses are trying to back up that distance. Alchemist now absorbing a lot more damage than he would like, as the Ogre Lord may be able to finish off some more units. No, he was in mid shockwave stance and ends up getting taken down. All right, Alchemist, healing spray, but finally gets healed up as the Rune of Healing was just enough right there, playing on a razor's edge once more. Meanwhile, in the center, Gargantuan Sea Turtle taken out, level 3 on the Shadow Hunter and Blade Master, both sides picking up some useful items. Keeper of the Alchemist picking up agility and intelligence, having a little bit more armor, a little bit more mana, very important on that one Alchemist. Meanwhile, coming back down to the other side, we're still looking at the Blade Master. Does he go for Mirror Image? Yes, he does. Mirror Image in this version of the game still costs, I believe, 100 mana, but perhaps we are looking at Lin trying to experiment before the upcoming patch. All right, we should be looking at a good amount of Lightning Shield used on all of these units here in just a second. Huntress now coming in from the other side. Serpent Wards being left behind. And, that could be a problem as the Huntresses are now trying to dive on in. Shadow melding with those Huntresses to take them out of the fight. Even if they are shadow melded, their Lightning Shield does not affect any of the units surrounding them. So great way to try and counteract that ability right there, as the Shadow Hunter now going to be in trouble. Oh, we see the Windwalk push right there. Shadow Hunter continuing to fight there. Blade Master could be in trouble trying to, Windwalk and purge away. Blade Master joining in on the fight. Wisp going to come in with multiple mass detonations to, shut down many of those Shamans in that backfield, as the units are just, trying to draw a line in the sand. Difficult to do so. Grunt still engaging here. Healing Spray saving up some of those units, as we are looking at perhaps a Lightning Shield to be placed down here in just a moment. Shaman does have enough mana. Blade Master trying to close in on that target, but the Shaman mana on a Shaman just not sticking between using Lightning Shield and using Purge and the detonations from those Wisps. Great micro by both sides, and this is one of those instances where even low hit point units or small army-sized units are having amazing battles and incomes as we're looking into a mass. What is that? All of them just shadow melded for a quick moment. Meanwhile, Blade Master could be in trouble. Does have a potion of greater healing. Going to continue to fight right here. Are we going to see an entangle? What is that Blade Master looking to do? Are we looking? Oh, there's that potion of greater healing used now, but no lightning shield. Serpent Ward still dealing a good amount of damage there as they're finally getting taken out. Serpent Ward's poking apart units every which way. Blade Master going after that Alchemist. Alchemist able to back up once more as the grunts are still trying to close in on that distance. All right, Beastmaster, or what? Not Beastmaster. Blade Master finishing off the Alchemist right there as a scroll of teleportation trying to get away. Keeper of the Grove does get an entangle off on that Blade Master, but that was well, shortly after we saw that entangle trying to get away. All right, Grunt getting in some damage across multiple units. You got to be very careful. Keeper of the Grove and the Huntresses also with that glaive bounce doing large amounts of damage, as well as the Serpent Ward still continuing to poke units back. All right, is this the new meta? 39 supply compared to 37. If it is the new meta, it is extremely entertaining, as both sides, well, are still exchanging blows. No clear-cut winner yet. Some great matchups so far, and great battles, but who is coming out ahead? Lin seems to be able to do more with the units that he has, but, well, you cannot count Moon out of these battles. Moon, with that level 4 Keeper of the Grove, has been able to constantly shut down, and, well, with the detonations lining up on the Shamans even have mastery training for better mana regeneration. I don't believe we're actually going to see Bloodlust. That would just be too mana intensive. That is simply just there to try and keep more mana into those Shamans. All right, we're going to be going into an engagement here. Shadowhunter now making its way across here. Blade Master going to try and fight right here. There you go. There is that, well, bounce, as we are now looking at, well, mirror image being placed down, and that, well, mirror image with lightning shields trying to put pressure onto some of those units. All right, mirror image just able to freely move around and cause damage as we are looking at, well, a Great Hall is placed down. No peons training as of yet. That looked like a tiny Great Hall or a pocket Great Hall in order to set that up. I don't know. I think it's a tiny Great Hall, but I personally like to think of it like the Dragon Ball Z kit, like pocket capsules. You just throw it out of your pocket and a building appears out of nowhere. Anyways, Shaman going to continue to put in pressure. Blade Master is right there. We see her looking at Purge being used to try and stop those units in its tracks. No Dust of Appearance, however. Shadowhunter not able to do very much as we're looking at the Blade continuing the fight here. Are we going to perhaps get some more purges? And there is some more shadow melding again. Grunts trying to engage as the Alchemist rejoins in on the fight. Healing Spray keeping up live all of these units. Serpent Wards, and all of a sudden Moon is actually trapped up into a corner. Is it going to be enough? That's a lot of low hit point grunts right there. Keeper of the Grove taking a lot of damage, but now Potion of Lesser Invulnerability keeping him alive. 40 supply compared to 49. That is a lot of Shaman. More grunts are trying to replace there as the Huntresses are now finally going to fall. 3 grunts were lost, and still having a supply advantage for Lin. 35 supply compared to 43 as Lin, well, I'm assuming the units that are still attacking are Lin's. Yes, there they are. Lin takes this game over Moon in a very close match. Only a 5,000 resource difference between the two right here. And, well, you can take a look at the overall scores. Thank you for, I believe that was a follow. Yes, thank you for the follow. And, well, a great game indeed. Just trying to do some post-game analysis. All right, Keeper of the Grove opting to go for Huntresses instead of Archers. Very nice. Also, we saw a little bit of use of that mirror image on that Blade Master with Lightning Shield. I think one of the key things to notice was that, well, Lin thought it was important enough to get to Fortress just to give the Shamans mastery training. As every time you level up or you go from Adept to Initiate to Adept to Mastery, you get a little bit more mana and you have increased mana regeneration. The mana on those Shaman were so important that I don't think we saw any other sign of Tier 3 other than Bloodlust or Mastery training on the Shaman, and we didn't even see Bloodlust. Right? We didn't even see Bloodlust. Bloodlust wasn't the important factor there. It was the improved mana regeneration and, well, the overall increased mana pool to try and dodge those detonations. we'll see how this strategy works in the future if the detonations, the mana detonations from the Night Elf is actually shifted and changed. Good game. There was Bloodlust at the very end. I wouldn't say Bloodlust was actually the defining factor. It may have been used a little bit, but that was really to win more, as opposed to the effectiveness of the lightning shields and the purges that we saw in trying to stop some of those huntresses. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.